Yesterday on my live stream, I might have been a bit too bearish about the whole situation, the market situation in the crypto land. But don't be fooled by that. What maybe I did not manage to be very clear about, it's actually the smaller time frames. Because from a macro perspective, we are still bullish. We are still very bullish. Just look at the weekly chart. Here on the right hand side, I have the weekly chart, and here is the smaller time frame, 4 hours. So on the weekly chart, we see that we managed to close this candle, the weekly candle here, which above the previous week, which is the highest weekly candle closed in the Bitcoin history. Here at 65,000 bucks, close to that. So we are still bullish on a macro scale, of course. What I was trying to make clear yesterday, I was thinking about the smaller time scale, like this week or the next week. I would expect this week or the next week, or maybe both of them, to be red. And I told you why. Because I think these bars are a bit way too far away from the 10 EMA and 21 EMA. So I would expect them to come closer, if not touch the 10 EMA, but at least to come closer. And we can see this week started green, but it's slightly green, right? It's still the start of the week, but like I said, I am expecting to retouch this area at some point the next weeks. The next 3 weeks, I'm expecting to come very close to the 10 EMA at least. That being said, if you look at the oscillators, they are very bullish. They are still very bullish. We see the MACD is going upwards like crazy, straight up. Only this histogram bar, it's shorter and lighter, like in this case here, but this doesn't mean that it will crash suddenly, right? Even if it's getting lighter, it can do something like this, right? So yeah, and we are talking about weeks here. Very important to keep that in mind. The RSI and the EMA, although looks like it wants to get down and retest this EMA here, that would be very healthy, and we could expect another leg up after comes and touches the EMA. The stochastic is up since Bitcoin was here, close to 11,000 bucks. Isn't that crazy? And it's been there for a long time, until the May crash, right? So yeah, it says that it needs a reset. That doesn't mean that it will happen overnight. No, by any means, no. All right, now let's have a look at the daily. Now, when we go to a smaller time frame, we can see that actually 10 EMA is holding pretty well. Yesterday bar closed very nice above the 10 EMA. We get this close here under the 10 EMA, but which was invalidated by these two other bars. So we are still fine. As long, looks like we got this close under the 21 here for 3 weeks back or something like that. But we are still bullish. Like as long as on the daily chart we are still above the daily 10, then there's no reason to worry. We need to see at least one, maybe two candles here. Could have been a dump, like could have gotten here in this area, but it bounced back really nicely. So until as long as we are above the daily 10 EMA and the 21 EMA, and these lines are above each other as well, not crossing down, there is no other reason to be bullish on the market, on Bitcoin and on the market, right? If Bitcoin is bullish, goes sideways, then everything is good for the market. Like, it doesn't really look like Bitcoin will just go like crazy up, but even though there is a chance for that as well, because it's Bitcoin, it's unpredictable, and it can do something like this because it's the king of the market of crypto, right? But most probably it will hang around in this area for a while, and that won't be bad because the altcoins will get enough time to pop out, to fly, and they make some nice earnings with them. That's actually the best situation. As long as Bitcoin won't dump to come back to touch this 55 EMA or the 99 EMA, like going down close to the 58,000 port area, it's very good for crypto. Actually, as long as it's above 60,000, I'm still very bullish on Bitcoin. Okay, now let's see the MACD. We see that it went down, but it gets into a zone where it could bounce back. Like we see it when it went downwards here in this area, it just went to touch the 21 EMA, right? It went here. So this time we are very close to this. Here it was much bigger distance between them. Now it's very close. So that could happen, of course, and it would not be bad. It would be a strengthening of the trend if Bitcoin will do that, because I would expect a bounce back from there. Yeah, so from a daily perspective, let's have a look here. The RSI and EMA looks like it just got rejected again, but it is possible, we see a trend right here, that this could play out as a nice support. And we see the EMA is not going down like in this case. You see, here the EMA just went down, but here it looks like it wants to climb back up. So it remains to be seen. And the stochastic on the daily looks like it's close to the middle. It could get down here in this area with 1 or 2 red candles. So, and that would be fine in this case here. Yeah, but when we look at even shorter time frames, now let's look at the 4-hour chart, right? The 4-hour chart is actually bullish. Not very, very bullish, but quite bullish. We can see that the MACD had a cross up, which happened yesterday early at 5 a.m. and it went above the zero line, but we see that the histogram is printing the light green bar, but it's still going up, right? And the RSI, it's charging upwards, and now it's coming to test the EMA here. It would be nice, so most probably will happen something like this. So on the very short time frames, the next hours, today, tomorrow maybe, and maybe Wednesday, I would expect it to get back to retest at least this area close to 66,500, or maybe even back to retest the all-time high. That would be something possible. I see something that I like about this move is that this move is confirmed by the volume. We see that the volume is above the EMA, which is always a good sign. We see here, when that happens, we get a nice move on the green, right? We get big candles. So I would expect Bitcoin to come back to touch either the 10 EMA or maybe even also the 21, and maybe try to attempt to charge towards this area right here, like I said, 66,500, or even here. It remains to be seen if it will get so high, but the MACD is quite low. It has a lot of room to go. The RSI as well. The stochastic is here, but it can do something like in this case. It can hover there for some time. So today and tomorrow I'm bullish, but I expect like the next weeks or by the end of this week, I expect, like, I would not be surprised if Bitcoin won't close candle red. If not this week, next week definitely should happen, but that doesn't mean that will happen, because it's Bitcoin, like I said, and I'm just a nobody talking about technical analysis on Bitcoin, right? So don't listen to me. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence and be responsible for your own choices. That being said, all good. So let's have a look at Ethereum now. So like I said, very short time frame, bullish. And yeah, until I will see some candles closed beneath the 21 EMA on the daily chart, I see no reason to start worrying. And we see actually on the 4-hour chart that this 99 EMA or 100 EMA line plays very nice as support. And now we just got a cross up as well on these EMAs, 10 and 21 EMA, right? Now let's look at Ethereum and see what Ethereum is doing. We can see yesterday I was actually more bearish on Ethereum because because of this bearish divergence it makes here. So this line, we see the price is making higher highs and the MACD is actually going lower, and here as well we can see on the MACD another bearish divergence. The price makes a lower higher high and the MACD makes a lower high, and which is confirmed by the RSI as well. I would have expected for Ethereum to be more bearish, but it could be this. Like if Bitcoin will keep going up, Ethereum will do the same. Like it just came and touched the 10 EMA, which it did here, here, and along all this rally, right? Maybe it will come here and touch the 21. Looks like it wants to do that, but that is not for certain. Like, so it should be possible to come here and retest this area right here, close to this support area, 4,400 bucks. So that's a possibility, or even get closer to the 21 EMA. But we need to see that confirmed by a candle closing in that area. On the weekly chart, yeah, it's not something, it's not much to talk about. Like it needs to come back and retest this. Like it needs to touch it. It needs to come back and touch the 10 EMA, but doesn't mean that it will come, it will happen this week. No, that's no guarantee. And we can see the RSI is going up. The MACD is going up on the weekly, even though we got this lighter green histogram printed, but it's still upwards, right? And the stochastic looks like it's curved back up, right? So it can charge up easily to the 5K mark. And the RSI is it's not very low, but it's low, but it's still in the bullish zone, right? And still looking bullish. So yeah, depends a lot on what Bitcoin is going to do. That's very important. Now, on the daily chart, we see this cross down, like I said, but this can go back up. Like here, we see the RSI actually is trying to get back. We see here this charge back. It could do something similar, or the stochastic, we see the same. It's going back up, and maybe it makes this trend line as a support. Look here, this could play as support for it, for now at least, for the next few weeks or days, sorry, for the next days. Now looking at the 4-hour chart, what do we see here? We see the same. Like this is actually very nice. It came here and touched the 100 EMA. Look here, it did the same thing here and bounced back pretty nicely. So this is a very nice strategy actually. When the other lines are falling as support, it's very nice to get some trades close to the next line and to sell on the bounce back. You could sell definitely here. I'll guess it's around 4%, but you can easily sell between like set a buy order here close to the line, close to the EMA, the 100 EMA, and sell back between 3 and 5% profit. Look here, yeah, it's just looking at the chart, I was sure it was close to 4%, and we can see it's 4.4%. Very easy. But this is 4 hour. That actually works even easier for less experienced people. It's better actually to do that on the daily. But here actually in this situation, I would be more, it will be more probably to work this trade right here, because in the daily, I'm not really sure that if it touches the 10 EMA, it will charge back up and get here to this level to sell around here. And here actually I would like more to take a trade closer to the 21 EMA on the daily chart. So I would definitely have a buying order close to the 21 EMA and sell it when it will go back up as a spring at 5 or 4% something. And if you use that with leverage, you can get pretty nice results. And of course you can use stop loss. If you use leverage, don't use too much. Like I said, this is no financial advice. I'm telling you what I am doing and what I am trying to do. And like I said, again, this is nice. Look here. This move is actually confirmed by volume. Look here. The volume is pretty nice here. We see other areas we got here, volume over the EMA here as well, and we got this legs up. But here, like I said, it could also be a fake out. Not a fake out. Fake out is too much said maybe, but most probably, like for me, there are these three possibilities, right? To go up, to range for a while, or to go down. I would expect for here to try to touch the 21 EMA or close to it. So that is what I would expect the next days. But that doesn't mean that there is not a chance to just go like crazy up or to spike down. Maybe to get to touch this 55 EMA or the 100. Those are also probabilities, but much lower for myself in this. I would say maybe 30-40% is a chance to hang around here, maybe a bit bearish towards the 21 EMA, maybe 20 or 30% or maybe 50% to do this, maybe 20 or 30% to do the other way, go back up, or 20% or 25% and 25% to go down, like more like closer to this area right here, close to $4,000. But as long as Ethereum is above $4,000, this is very bullish. And look here, look at the MACD. We just got this cross up, right? So this could just go straight up to 5,000 without any issue. Like it could easily do that, or at least retest this all-time high at $1,849. So yeah, the RSI looks like it's still bullish on the same time frame. Another nice trade that somebody can take here is when after this move right here, in a way this is kind of a breakout, but not a typical breakout, but yeah, and if the breakout is confirmed by the volume, you try to buy when it comes back to retest the EMA, because after that most probably will go back up again, like 3 or 4%, like in this case. Not financial advice, like I said. All right, that's it. So we start this week with a bullish sentiment of the market. So today and tomorrow I would expect to see some bullish moves, but I don't know, by the end of this week it's going to be interesting to follow. Like yesterday it was the last day of the week, and it was interesting. Like I did not know which direction it will go. It ended up to close it bullish, and that's good. We are still fine, right? But that doesn't mean to like to go all in and not to be cautious. Always be cautious. Always have spread your risk, and yeah, try to not be overexposed. Cool. Now let's have a look at Toko, one of my biggest holdings. Right, let's delete this. Toko had a breakout last night. Look here. So it went close to 100% up, right? It doubled up. I sold some of it, of course, and I'll buy more when it will dip, because it will definitely come back. If not, I still have more. This is my strategy. You do whatever you want. I'm not expecting. I will not keep and hold 100% of the coins until they will do 1000x. No, I'm not. I want to multiply my amount of coins, and this is easiest to do. And it's very easy to do that. An important thing to succeed when you try to do this, it's to set up selling orders in advance. Like I sold some Toko. I did not sell at the top. I'm not a prophet. I did not sell at the top, but at the same time, I have some orders that have not been hit. I had some orders close to 10 cents. Those have not been hit, right? But I sold some in this area. I sold some cheap Toko because I expected to come here and go down afterwards and buy more. So I have this approach. I have some amount of the coins I am trading for smaller time frames, like the 4-hour chart, right? So these small cap coins, actually I trade like this. I use like between 10 and 20% to trade in very small time frames, between 1 hour and 4 hours. I use these charts only for this purpose. So I try to sell up and buy more down when with between 15, 20% and 30% discount on the coins. And I have the other part of the strategy is to sell more at higher time frame take profit limits. Like for example, on the daily chart, not here, I want to do here. So, and like I said, on the 4-hour chart, I wanted to sell here close to this previous all-time high because I had this bearish sentiment because of Bitcoin and Ethereum undecided, and I thought I can sell some here, and if the market will dip, I will buy more close to 0.3. Why not, right? That was my strategy. And Toko went up, right? But does that mean that if I sold 20% of my bag here, close to 45 cents, I'm sad about that? No, profit is profit for me. And my strategy, I will stick to my strategy because in May, I got stuck in coins and I did not have any liquidity. And now I will focus on this. I will keep some part of my portfolio in Tether, and I will try to get these quick gains. I will try to scalp in a way. And now, like I said, I sold something here close to this 6 cents resistance level here in this area, and I sold more close to above that, right? So how I do it actually, it's setting up multiple orders, right? So if I have this resistance level, I will set up more orders, more selling orders like this, like scale them up, right? And if they touch, then fine, I don't have any problem. If Toko will go up, I have no problem with that. I still have a big stack of it, and I will go and reuse this money I got on another coin that is still did not fly, right? But at the same time, when Toko will go down, will correct after this move, I will buy back more, even more Toko. With the money I got from Toko, in the meantime, maybe I got even more, like 20 or 30% more on other coin, right? And I will buy even cheaper. So that way I end up with much more coins and money at the end of the day, right? So I would expect Toko actually, where I will go full transparent here. It's not financial advice, I'm just telling you what I did. So in this case, I already set up some buying orders between here, close to this area, right here. Because I am pretty confident that we will get back to retest this area right here. And I will buy even more. If Toko goes even lower, I will buy even more close to this area right here. Of course, if Bitcoin won't dump. If Bitcoin dumps, then I won't do it. I would buy even cheaper, maybe close to 0.20 here. If Bitcoin goes to like 52,000 bucks or something like that. So if Toko would go up and hit $1, would that mean that I missed the opportunity? No, I'm happy with my strategy because, like I said, I will keep multiplying my money, and I still have a lot of equity in Toko as well. But this requires some time. Is not very easy to do and not always succeeds, right? Like I said, like I wanted to sell something and have some liquidity here in this area, and if I would have not done that, I would have more profits. But like I said, I'm not mad at that because now there are other coins that are down that I can take profits on, right? I can buy now because they have a good price and sell in profits, like with 20-30% more. And if you add that up, that's actually a lot. You end up with a lot, right? So, but the most important thing right here, it's be very careful here because this is very easy to do by anyone. If you have a TradingView account, if not, you can get one for free. Just do a Fibonacci retracement. This is very easy. Very easy. If you don't know, if you don't want to do it at 1 hour and 4 hour chart, it's very easy to do it at a longer time frame. And do a Fibonacci retracement from the previous all-time high to the previous all-time low here, right? After that all-time high. And now what do we see here? It's very easy. So let's have a look here, right? We see this area right here, the blue line. Always close to the blue line, I will take a lot of profits in this area. I would expect quite important resistance here. And maybe I will buy more when it will get down to this level right here. But I will take actually a lot of the profits I will take out here, I won't put it back in the coin because it already hit a quite important profit target on this indicator. It can go, of course, still much more upper, but like I said, this is very easy to do. Like you can take here 20 or 30% of the profits of the amount you put in, right? You can sell, like, this is no financial advice, like I said, but let's say you buy Toko for 1,000 bucks here, close to 0.3, right? And you sell 30% or 20% here. I think you already got all your investment out. You sell then 20% or 30% more here. But what is recommended actually, what most traders recommend, it's actually to take around 50% of your investment, like if you're not just hodling for a long time, to take around 50% of investment between the blue line and the red line. If you do that, you would be already a lot in profits and still have 50%. It's like you will still have your initial $500 worth of Toko in having it running up, right? And you can sell it at this level maybe, or when it will hit, when it will hit $1 or $10, I don't know. And you won't be wrecked if Toko gets here and after that does that. Because that happened in May for me. Like, look here, I sold a lot of Toko here in this area, and then I bought more here. And then it went like this. And I was wrecked. Right? I did not keep enough stablecoin in my portfolio, right? So right now, I am sure I will have this strategy that will avoid making me feeling like shit because I was too greedy. This is very important. Like, taking profits is very, very important, and you can multiply your portfolio a lot by doing this. Like I said, it's not simple, but it is possible. All right. I blubbered too much in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you did, and let me know what you think. And see you around. Thank you for now.